Hello, once again, everyone. I'm Anastasia, joined by my co moderator, Irene, as we embark on day 6 of our comprehensive 50-day software architecture class. Building directly from day 5, where we explored structural patterns such as adapter for bridging interfaces and composite for managing hierarchical structures, today we're shifting our attention to behavioral design patterns. We'll provide an overview, but focus particularly on observer and strategy, demonstrating how these patterns facilitate dynamic interactions between objects, promote better code organization, and allow for more adaptable and runtime configurable behaviors in your software designs.
Indeed, Anastasia, these behavioral patterns are crucial for handling communication and responsibilities in a way that's elegant and scalable, tying back to earlier concepts seamlessly.
Let's lay out the overview for day 6 in more detail. Behavioral patterns are primarily concerned with how objects collaborate, communicate, and delegate responsibilities to each other in a system. Ensuring that algorithms and interactions are encapsulated effectively. We'll highlight Observer, which handles one-to-many dependencies by notifying observers of state changes, and Strategy, which allows you to define a family of algorithms and make them interchangeable at runtime. These patterns not only complement the structural ones from day 5, but also reinforce day two's solid principles, such as the open closed principle, by enabling extensions without modifying core code structures.
A thoughtful progression. These will equip you with tools for more responsive and organized codebases in real-world development scenarios.
Why dedicate time to behavioral patterns? They specifically address the intricacies of algorithms, the distribution of responsibilities among objects, and the mechanisms for communication between them, which are vital for creating systems that are not only functional but also easy to extend and maintain over time. By promoting loose coupling, where objects interact without being rigidly tied together, they enable greater runtime flexibility, allowing your software to adapt to changing requirements dynamically. These patterns build upon the creational ones from day 4, like factory for object instantiation, and the structural from day 5, such as composite for hierarchies, forming a cohesive toolkit for robust architectures.
They truly shine in scenarios where behavior needs to evolve without disrupting the overall system stability.
Let's introduce the observer pattern in depth. It establishes a one-to-many dependency, where a subject object maintains a list of observers and notifies them automatically of any state changes, typically by calling one of their methods. This decoupling allows the subject to change without directly knowing about the observers, and vice versa, promoting flexibility and reusability. It's particularly common in event-driven programming, such as GUI frameworks, where UI elements react to user inputs or data updates without tight integration.
A publish-subscribe model at its core facilitates reactive designs effortlessly.
Diving into Observer in code using Python as our example, define a subject class with methods like attach to add observers, detach to remove them, and notify to update all attached observers when the state changes. Then an abstract observer with an update method that receives the subject. In practice, create a subject, instantiate concrete observers, attach them, change the subject's state, and call notify to propagate the update. This setup handles multiple observers efficiently, ensuring that each reacts independently to the same event.
Elegant notification system. Watch how it scales with more observers.
Pros of Observer: it achieves loose coupling between the subject and observers, meaning you can add or remove observers without modifying the subject, and it supports broadcast style communication where one change notifies many. Cons include the risk of unexpected updates if observers aren't managed properly, potential memory leaks if observers aren't detached, and performance overhead when dealing with very large lists of observers that need frequent notifications. It's best applied in reactive user interfaces or data binding scenarios where real-time updates are crucial.
Balance is power with careful management.
Real-world applications of Observer. In graphical user interfaces, event listeners where a button click notifies registered handlers to perform actions. In stock market applications, price fluctuations in a ticker automatically update multiple display components. Within MVC frameworks, changes in the model notify and refresh the views, even in broader notification systems like email subscribers receiving alerts from a publisher.
Ubiquitous in interactive software.
Best practices for observer. Define clear interfaces for both subjects and observers to ensure type safety and adherence to ISP from day two. Carefully manage attachments and detachments to prevent leaks, perhaps using weak references in languages that support them. Avoid creating circular dependencies that could lead to infinite notification loops. For more complex interactions involving multiple subjects, consider combining with patterns like mediator to centralize control.
Proactive steps for reliability.
Pitfalls with observer, update storms, where a single change triggers an overwhelming cascade of notifications, bogging down performance. Debugging can be challenging due to the indirect nature of calls between subjects and observers. There's risk of state inconsistencies if updates occur out of order in concurrent environments. And overuse in scenarios that aren't truly event-based can complicate code unnecessarily.
Vigilance keeps it effective.
Variations of observer. Push model, where the subject pushes detailed data to observers, versus pull, where observers query the subject for details upon notification. Choose based on data needs. Asynchronous implementations for non-blocking updates in high-performance apps. Many libraries provide built-ins like Java's observable class or RxJS for reactive programming. You can adapt it for domain-specific pub subsystems in distributed environments.
Customizable for diverse needs. Now, let's thoroughly introduce the strategy pattern. It defines a family of algorithms, encapsulates each one in its own class, and makes them interchangeable, allowing the algorithm to vary independently from the clients that use it. At runtime, the client can select or switch strategies without needing to know the implementation details, which heavily promotes the open-closed principle from day two's Solid, by keeping classes open for extension but closed for modification.
Dynamic behavior swapping empowers configurability.
Strategy in code, expanded with Python, an abstract strategy interface with an execute method taking data. Concrete strategies like A for sorting or B for reversing. A context class that holds a strategy reference set in init and do operation that delegates to the strategy's execute. Example: instantiate context with strategy A, call do operation on a list to see it sorted, easily swap strategies later.
Interchangeability demonstrated vividly.
Pros of strategy. Offers exceptional runtime flexibility by allowing algorithm swaps without recompiling, and it's straightforward to add new strategies as needs evolve. Cons. It can lead to a proliferation of classes, one per strategy, which might clutter the codebase. The client must be aware of available strategies to choose appropriately. For very simple variations, the pattern might introduce unnecessary overhead.
Strategic for varying behaviors.
Real-world uses. In sorting libraries, switch between quicksort or merge sort strategies based on data size. Payment processing, where strategies handle credit card, PayPal, or bank transfer. File compression tools selecting zip or gzip algorithms. Navigation apps like Google Maps using strategies for fastest, shortest, or scenic routes.
Adaptable and user-facing features.
Best practices. Define precise interfaces for strategies to ensure consistency across implementations. Pair with Day 4's factory pattern for creating strategies dynamically. Inject strategies through constructors or setters for dependency inversion. Test each strategy in isolation to verify behavior before integrating into the context.
Enhances testability and modularity.
Pitfalls. Strategy bloat from creating too many classes for minor algorithm tweaks. Consolidate where possible. Runtime decisions on strategies might impact performance in tight loops. Avoid when behaviors don't truly vary, as it adds unneeded abstraction. Complex selection logic for choosing strategies can become a maintenance issue itself.
Judicious application is essential.
Applying these. Use Observer for push-based notifications in reactive systems. and strategy for encapsulating variable algorithms like validation rules. Integrate with Day 5's structural patterns, such as using composite with observer for hierarchical notifications. They enhance code organization in Day 3's monolithic or layered styles by decoupling behaviors. In advanced scenarios, combine them, like an observer that triggers different strategy-based responses.
Synergistic in complex apps.
General best practices for behavioral patterns. Ensure they align with single responsibilities per Day 2's SRP to avoid bloated classes. Document object interactions and delegation flows clearly in your codebase. When refactoring legacy systems, incorporate these incrementally to improve maintainability. Always monitor for over-engineering. Use only where behavior truly needs to be dynamic or decoupled.
Practical wisdom for implementation. Recapping Day 6, we provided an overview of behavioral patterns with a deep focus on observer for managing one-to-many notifications and dependencies in a decoupled manner, including extended code examples.
And strategy for encapsulating and switching algorithms at runtime to foster flexibility. We covered detailed implementations, real-world examples, pros, cons, and practices. The key takeaway: these patterns greatly improve code organization, enabling dynamic behaviors that make your systems more adaptable and easier to evolve. Welcome to Day 6 of the 50 Days Software Architecture class. Today, we're diving into behavioral design patterns, focusing on the observer and strategy patterns to enhance code organization and dynamic behavior. These patterns build upon our previous lessons, integrating with Day 5's structural patterns like Adapter and Composite, and reinforcing Day 2's solid principles for more responsive and maintainable systems. Behavioral design patterns, as defined by the Gang of Four, focus on algorithms, responsibilities, and communication between objects, promoting flexible and maintainable code. They comprise 11 out of 23 total patterns, emphasizing how objects interact and distribute responsibilities, rather than just their structure. First, let's explore the observer pattern, which defines a one-to-many dependency where a subject automatically notifies multiple observers of any state changes. This ensures loose coupling, as the subject doesn't need to know the concrete classes of its observers, only that they implement an observer interface. Key components include the subject interface with attach, detach, and notify methods, and the observer interface with an update method. A concrete subject maintains a list of observers and its own state, like a weather station holding temperature data. When the subject's state changes, its notify method iterates through the observer list, calling each observer's update method. Real-world examples include GUI event listeners, where a button click notifies multiple components, or stock tickers updating traders on price changes. The observer pattern supports broadcast communication and handles unexpected updates efficiently, though it can become complex with too many observers. Now, let's move to the strategy pattern, which encapsulates interchangeable algorithms, allowing runtime selection without cumbersome if-else chains. This pattern adheres to the open-closed principle, making your code open for extension, but closed for modification. Its core components are the context, which holds a reference to a strategy, and the strategy interface, defining the algorithm interface. Concrete strategy classes then implement specific algorithms, such as quicksort, merge sort, or bubble sort, each with different performance characteristics. Real-world applications include payment processors, where different strategies handle various payment methods like credit cards or PayPal, each with unique fees. Another example is navigation systems, which can switch between driving, flying, or walking strategies, each calculating optimal routes differently. The strategy pattern eliminates lengthy conditional statements, reducing code from dozens of lines to just a few, significantly improving maintainability. A code demo might involve a sort context that can dynamically set different sorting strategies, like quicksort, to sort an array of numbers. These patterns can even integrate, with the observer enabling dynamic strategy swapping. For instance, a subject could notify a context to change its sorting strategy upon new data loading. In recap, use observer for event distribution, like one subject notifying many observers, and strategy for pluggable behaviors, offering multiple interchangeable options. Mastering these behavioral patterns will empower you to write more flexible, robust, and maintainable software architectures. Join us next time for more insights. Tomorrow, Day 7 will introduce microservices architecture, discussing its benefits over traditional monoliths and how it scales from what we've learned so far.
For homework, implement either observer or strategy in a small personal or work related project to experience their organizational benefits firsthand. If questions arise from today's content, post them in the comments. Irene and I will address them as soon as possible. Thanks immensely for your engagement. If you found this valuable, please like, share with your network, and subscribe to keep pace with the entire series.